The royal family is looking over its shoulder at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after the $150 million Netflix deal. Notice how the numbers keep changing. It was $250 million the other day. $150 million Netflix deal in the hope the Sussexes will stick to their pledge to uphold the values of the Queen, claims royal expert. The royal expert said the monarchy has no way of controlling the Sussexes. And Victoria Murphy added, the actions of the couple will still reflect on the institution. So Meghan and Harry now have a huge platform where they can say anything they want. And as you recall, all they did was attack the Queen, the monarchy, the values of the Commonwealth and Britain, and they unconscious bias and all that. And then very recently, they backpedaled on all that because they got some blowback from the royal household. So, are they going to bring more shame to the royal household? Another thing we have going on is Meghan Markle is planning a Black Lives Matter movie as part of the Meghan Netflix deal. This is definitely a possibility. Meghan has been painting herself in this light as an advocate, but the tide, even just very recently, the tide has really turned on the BLM movement with all the violence and the looting and the burning and all these democratic cities getting gutted and these businesses closing down. A lot of these businesses will never come back. I'd say 55 to 60% of these businesses, because of the bug and the BLM riots, will never return. And that's very, very, very bad for the economy. And that's coming up very soon. So it takes a while to make a movie. And the tide is already turning against the BLM movement. Another thing that's happening is the Sussex's biographer Omid Scobie is working with Netflix. Finding Freedom author Omid Scobie films with the media giant days after Harry and Meghan Markle's $150 million deal. Finding Freedom author Omid Scobie shared a look of his behind-the-scenes filming. He says he's shooting a little something for Netflix. And that's very interesting because why? Because the book Finding Freedom, he denies that he interviewed Meghan and Harry. And yet he's in their heads, he's in their thoughts, he's in their feelings. He's telling you intimate details that only Harry and Meghan could know. So what's going on here? This is the strategy called kill with a borrowed sword in the art of war. Always use a shill, always use somebody else. That shill, that someone else, is Omid Scobie. Omid Scobie can say anything, and he's the mouthpiece specifically of Meghan Markle, because Harry is getting slammed in Finding Freedom as well. He's getting blamed for everything. So she blames everybody. So Omid Scobie can say anything, and then Meghan and Harry can say, oh, well, we had nothing to do with it. And that's the danger there. So there's tremendous danger that now they've been given this huge platform of Netflix to say whatever they want. So I would suspect that, in fact, the royal family is nervous. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Are the royals looking over their shoulders with this new Netflix deal? They didn't tell the Queen. I mean, I don't know. How nervous are they? Let's take a look. Got Omid Scobie doing something. That would maybe be the most concerning thing. We need to take a look at that. And obviously, Omid is going to do something on Harry and Meghan and the royals. Obviously. I mean, that's all he does. He doesn't report on anything else. He's a royal reporter. That's what he does. So are the royals nervously looking over their shoulders with this new Netflix deal? Let's take a look at that. Oh dear. Do we have them looking nervously over their shoulders? Cornucopia, all material things,
Incubus, succubus, bad relationships, and sun. Sun exposes everything. 9, 15, 4 clubs. So this can expose everything. They can expose everything. So the Netflix deal, they have this huge worldwide platform that they can expose everything. All of the secrets in the family and the bad relationships and stuff can be exposed. They don't like this. They're against it. Executioner. So we have a cutting and a breaking card. I don't know. They yeah. They don't like it. They don't like it. What's the near future? Jacob's Ladder, Hand in Hand, Diamond Ring, High Tower, and Crossroads. Officially taking another direction. Contract and commitment and joining. Ongoing with the many people. The moving forward with the many people and commitment. It's going to happen whether they like it or not. And it just affects where the monarchy goes. So they don't like it. They are nervous that Harry and Meghan are now in a very strong position to say things to hurt the royal family. And for the royals, it's all about public relations. It's all about public relations. And now Harry and Meghan seem to have as large a public relations platform as the Queen and the royal family, because technology changes things, and the royals themselves, they were always making these appearances, and that was very powerful, and that's how you did it. And media was limited. Now it's just everywhere, and anybody, including me, can make videos and broadcast them. The world has really changed. So Harry and Meghan are in a very powerful position, and it does concern them. It does concern the royals. So they didn't tell the Queen about the Netflix deal. Let's look at the Queen and Harry and Meghan. How is she feeling about that? What are her, let's just get another sense of it. The Queen, Harry and Meghan. Let's look at the Queen and Harry and Meghan. Very solid. Ruler, roses, but it adds 20, 5 spades. She's very encouraging, very solid. She's as solid as a rock. Very encouraging. 4 diamonds is very solid. 10 diamonds is the most solid. 7 clubs, 10 diamonds, these are very solid. But she is expecting trouble. But she's being positive. She's not saying anything. She's keeping her lip buttoned about it. Meghan and Harry committed. Key commitment over the long term. 21, 6 hearts. So they're telling the Queen that they're not going to embarrass her. But that's all Meghan does. Everyone in the world is Meghan's enemy. And she even treats Harry like her enemy. She blames everyone else. It's not Meghan's fault that she left the royal family. It's not that she, didn't do what she needed to do to fit in. It's everyone else's fault. It's sexism because she's a woman. It's bigotry because now she's the diversity duchess. It's everyone else's fault. So I think they're telling the royals, they're telling the Queen, everything is fine on the surface. Meghan and Harry are telling them, we're not going to embarrass you. And the Queen is like, okay, I'm taking you at your word. But she's expecting trouble. And Meghan and Harry are saying they're committed to the royal family. All bets are off. When Harry leaves Meghan, when the divorce happens, all bets are off. Meghan is going to use a slash and burn. She's going to tear everything down. And that's going to be her bread and butter, is writing tell-alls and doing tell-alls. And so she's now been given a huge platform, and movies are a much larger platform than books because they're more widely distributed and they're easier to consume. Because the distribution of a video is so much broader. It reaches so many more people than a book, even a best-selling book. And I know I've got books and videos, and I know how many more people watch videos. Fox and Magi, we have brother sister. So two manifesting, and diamonds are electronic media. It's media, films, so they can manifest anything. I mean, they have the two most powerful manifestors here. We have the snake, we have karmic shift, and we have the fence sitter, 17-5, 17-5 hearts doubled. So this really changes everything. In the middle, we have the huge change and reacting to change. They have a platform where they can now blast out anything, anytime they want. So, people are concerned about blackmail. They're not necessarily blackmailing, but they have a platform where they can just tell everyone their side of the story. And, the royals are, I don't think the royals are in as strong a position now as Harry. I think Harry and Meghan are actually in a slightly stronger position than the royals, unless the public turns against them. So things just constantly change. So they have a BLM movie in the works. Are they going to take a hard line on social justice? And by the way, the Twitter thing, cancel Netflix is trending because of that Hoodies movie. Isn't that interesting? So Netflix is under fire right now. So are Meghan and Harry, are they going to take a hard line on social justice with like a BLM movie? Oh dear. Are they going to take a hard line? Okay, transforming dead bodies in the box, scapegoat, outside. So 12, 3 spades. Yeah, right on the surface, this is all about being left out, discriminated against, full of, that terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. They definitely want to take a hard line, okay, and really align themselves with BLM and the resist movement and all that stuff. So what do we have underneath? World, we have woman. This is the spine of what she wants to do in the world. And it's against the royal family. It's against the inheritance and the culture and, the legacy of the royal family. So, yes, actually, this is a very interesting read. This is really the spine. This is really the heart and the root of Meghan's vision for what she wants to do. She wants to be opposed. And she's always doing this. She's opposed to everybody. She's opposed to Trevor, her previous husband. She's opposed to Harry. She's opposed to the royal family and the Queen. She's always criticizing everybody. And one way to become famous is to choose a very powerful enemy like President Trump, and she did that too, and then say crazy incendiary things about this very famous, very powerful person, and then it raises her status almost to the level of that powerful person. So this is her thing. She's this big rebel. She's a rebel without a cause, and she wants to rail against the patriarchy and the system of the world and everything that the royal family stands for. Okay, we have Omid Scobie shooting for Netflix. What is he up to? Is he up to something nefarious against the royal family? What is he up to? Because Omid Scobie is actually very dangerous because he's the mouthpiece of Meghan specifically, and not really Meghan and Harry, because a lot of Finding Freedom Meghan wrote it. A lot of Finding Freedom blames Harry. Harry's kind of being thrown under the bus, just like everyone else. So what is Omid Scobie up to? Is it nefarious? I mean, what's going on? What's Omid Scobie up to? Because we have him immediately announcing. something. And of course he wants to be on this train of success because Meghan is his bread and butter. You know, he's Meghan's guy. He's Meghan's dude. All right. The relationships, the close relationships, Angel and Mother. This could be about Archie. 23 and 4, 27 cross. Oh, this could be about Archie and the family and Meghan. Yeah, that's a great idea because this is coming out now. They just had these articles saying that Archie loves to crash the Zoom calls. Well, I did a reading on that, and we never see Archie on the Zoom calls. We've never seen Archie crash the Zoom calls. He never shows up, and people are like, where's Archie? How come he never shows up? So he's doing something on Archie and Meghan and the family. Archie and Meghan and the family. That's what he's doing something on. What's underneath? Stop. No. Four-leaf clover and lover. 6 and 9, 15, 4 clubs. Very opportunistically. It's something, he's doing something about what's happening right now. And the conversation right now is, where's Archie? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego Archie? How come we never see him? You know, you had the famous feminist Gloria Steinem show up, and they brought the dogs out. Dogs and babies. That's really cute. But they didn't bring out Archie. Wow, that's weird. I can't be the only person scratching his head saying, wait a minute, she was at your house, you brought out the dogs, but you didn't bring out Archie? Oh my gosh, that's just so weird. So he's trying to put a stop to this gossip about Archie. Yeah. So Omid is very useful to Meghan. And I would say Omid is useful to Meghan and Harry, but it's about Meghan, it's not about Harry. Harry is losing and he's getting thrown under the bus, even if he feels like he's winning. So let's review. Are the royals nervous? Yeah, we have several cards that indicate they're nervous. But the royals, they're just realists. They're like, we're going to have to deal with this. And this does change their official direction. We have a couple of change cards and official, and they just really have a platform. The royals are nervous. There are things they can do. There's always something you can do, but they're just nervous. They didn't tell the Queen about the Netflix deal, and that's how you do it. You do something, and then you say, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know, and that's what they did. So no one can stop you. That's the 48 laws of power. Don't tell people your plans. Just get it done. Don't tell people your plans. So they can't stop you. Okay, what's up with Meghan and Harry? They're just telling the Queen what she wants to hear. Don't worry about us. We're really, we're on your side. And the Queen is like, oh, okay, that's fine. But they have both manifesting cards. They can go this way, they can go that way, and it's a big change. This represents a big change, and that change has not been manifested yet. It's being manifested, and we're just going to have to see how it turns out. BLM movie in the works. Is she going to take a hard line on social justice? Yes. This is quite interesting. Yes, this is Meghan's bailiwick. She's the diversity duchess. This is the spine. This is the heart of what Meghan is up to. It's against the foundation of the world. It's against the royal family, the world, the solid inheritance and foundation, against the solid inheritance and foundation of the world. That's her thing. She's going to complain. She's going to be a professional complainer about how everything is unjust and you need to do this and you need to do that and give me this and give me that, and I'm discriminating. I'm the richest. I'm one of the richest, most privileged ladies in the whole world, but you're discriminating against me. And that's her thing. That's her bailiwick. That's what she's doing. That is the heart of what she's doing, and that's the heart of what she's going to do with the Netflix. That's what she wants to do. Now, hopefully Harry has some other ideas. I don't know how well that will sell. There is a big market for that now, so we're just going to have to see. What's Omid Scobie up to? He's He's creating propaganda about Archie and Meghan and the family and putting a stop to people talking about Archie, because I just did a reading and I don't believe they have Archie. The reason we never see Archie is because they don't have him. Archie is not in California with them. And some people believe he's with the Queen. I believe he is with the surrogate. And some people think that that surrogate is in South Africa, which is why that's the first time we saw Archie was in South Africa. And almost the only time, really. And the other times it was probably dolls. Anyway, that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe,